Welcome to Japan Explained, a multicultural podcast between two fun ladies, Jean and Yoko. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Japan Explained. So many of you watched our last video, which compared Japanese and American toilets. So I know you really are interested in hearing about the cultural differences and not just travel guides. So, if you will pardon the expression, we're going to dig a little deeper into this question. Today, as promised in this second episode on toilets, we're going to talk about how to use bidet-style toilets.
Okay, let's do number 2.
Oh, Yoko. Do you know what that means in American English? Number 2 is another word for poo.
Oh,
yeah. It's kind of a euphemism. It's like you say number 1 for pee and number 2 for poo.
Oh, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. So please explain more later.
I will.
Okay. So first, let's talk about bidet toilet. So I will use a photo of the control panel from the toilet at my parents' house in Japan to explain how to use it. Like this. So you can see it here. So some control panels are mounted on the wall like this, and some are on the arm on the toilet like this.
And some are like remote controls. That's what we have. See this right here?
Wow. So, Jin, you have a Japanese toilet at your home in California?
Yes, we do. Someone in my family wanted one, so we installed it.
Wow, that's so cool. So, only controls you need to know are the start and stop button for the bidet and washlet functions.
Wait, what's the difference? What's the washlet?
On the bidet is for the front, and the washlet is for the back.
Oh, okay.
It's easy, right?
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Okay. So, but I know there's many other buttons, but you probably will not use those once you get it set up. For example, temperature for the heated seat or pressure of the warm water spray. So, do you know the American company named American Bidet?
Actually, I think I have heard of it, yes.
Oh, really? So, actually, it is the first in the world to develop the warm water bidet toilet seat. And it was originally created for the medical use in the 1960s.
The 1960s, a long time ago.
Yeah. Then Japanese Toto is a company name. So they began importing and selling it after the war. And after that, the company made improvements tailored for Japanese consumers. They became a big hit in the 1980s. So nowadays, what percent of toilet in Japanese household do you think use warm water bidet toilet?
Oh gosh, I don't know, maybe like 25%?
Actually, it's 77.5%.
77.5%. That's crazy. Now, I know there's another crazy thing that I wanted to ask you about. It's the running water white noise generator that I've seen on toilets in public restrooms.
Yeah, right. So like this, right?
Yeah, like that.
So I think it helps avoid wasting water. And maybe it's only in the women's restroom because they might run water a lot to cover over any other sounds.
There are also things I've seen like auto flushing toilets in Japan. We have those in the US too, of course. And I have seen some toilets in Japan that are antibacterial, or they even have a perfume capability to mask over smells. Another thing I really like about Japanese toilets is when you have an automatic toilet seat that goes up and down. And we have that in our own house. And honestly, it's much better than using your hands to put the seat up and down. So tell me, Yoko, I need to know. Why are Japanese toilets so complicated?
I think there are the two main reasons. And the first, Japan's obsession with being clean so that we don't make someone else feel uncomfortable, like spirits of omotenashi. I mean, Japanese hospitality, which is also based on spiritual training like we talked about in the last episode. And secondly, the excellent water we have in Japan. I mean, soft water, that's about it.
Okay. So first, tell me more about omotenashi and Japanese toilets.
For example, because of this omotenashi idea, manufacturers came up with things like heated seat, perfumes, and warm air dryers to make their customers happy. And those toilets actually use less water.
I feel like Japan gets plenty of rain. It doesn't have a problem with enough water, does it?
Well, Japan gets a lot of rain, but the amount of water per person is actually less than half of global average.
Wow.
So yeah, Japan is mountain country, so rainwater falls out quickly to the sea. So fresh water is very variable, and the technology that saves water is very important in Japan.
Oh, that's interesting. So the white noise machine actually helps conserve water too.
Yeah, exactly.
So this thing about Japan's water being soft, I read that too, that it has low mineral content. And bidet toilets, of course, have those like delicate little nozzles that probably would clog with hard water. So since Japan doesn't have hard water and that problem, almost anyone could have a bidet. Also, most Japanese homes have separate rooms for toilets and baths and showers, right? The toilet's in a separate room. So it is not a dangerous thing to have a power outlet installed next to the toilet. And that makes it easy to install a bidet seat. You just plug it in. We don't have that in the US.
Right. Yeah, that's a big point.
And then one more thing, I've read that using a bidet, it not only uses less paper and keeps your hands clean, it's also better for your health. You know, it doesn't really make sense to use dry, scratchy toilet paper. It's just not good for you, you know, down there. But okay, maybe that is TMI, too much information. We had better stop for today.
Okay.
All right, everyone, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to click the like button and tell us what you think in the comments section. We'll see you next time on Japan Explained. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right now, we're working on a book called Japan Explained. You don't want to miss it. So subscribe to our podcast or our YouTube channel, and keep track of all the latest on www.japanexplained.net.